Hello friends, this is Chandra from Akulmac Technologies. Welcome to Top Brass. Today our point of discussion is about the RBI allowing cryptocurrency to come in a country like India. So we will not discuss about what cryptocurrency is, but we will discuss about how does this impact the new world order. So let me draw your attention to very briefly, what is cryptocurrency? The cryptocurrency is a currency which is generated based on some algorithm, um, and so I will not also go into the depth of how the cryptocurrency is generated. But the fact of the matter is, the cryptocurrency is basically very secure. It can be generated based on certain algorithm. The downside is, uh, in the current the way it is regulated at this point in time is the user need not give his identity. So you have the cryptocurrency working on a public key and a private key concept, where the public key is shared, but the private key is with the consumer who's actually paying money. So because of this, you don't have to reveal your identity in case of when you want to use cryptocurrency. It is very, very popular among the underworld people, among all these terrorist activity at the moment. And not many countries have allowed it uh, because of, first of all, these reasons, because it can be misused. Second is, what will happen to the regular economy, regular currency which is running in those countries. So out of 190 or 200 odd countries, only a handful of countries have allowed cryptocurrency in their country. And uh, there are certain countries who have allowed it with some minimum regulations. Now, it does not impact the globe because, the countries who have allowed, they have very little population. So the major part of the global population exists in two countries, which is China and India. So obviously China has not allowed it, and India did not allow it in last 10 years. But now the Supreme Court has given order that it can be used as a viable currency in a country like India. So if you look at this order, it has far-reaching impact, because in what form the cryptocurrency will come in use in a country like India. And in the beginning of this recording, I said that this is the starting point of a new world order. Now, if you see all these science fiction movies, people don't use currency for buying spaceships and buying different things, which which they show theoretically in these movies. They basically buy units. Hey, this particular spaceship, which is Star Destroyer, costs so many millions of units. So unit is nothing but a type of a cryptocurrency, which is uh, prevalent, or it works across the entire empire. So there is no currency like dollar, rupee, pounds, etc. So that is the first shift that will happen. And the second thing is, the cryptocurrency has to be regulated, because at this point in time, each country has their central bank regulating their own currency based on their economic criteria. So in a country like India, again, the regulation will come from RBI, which will say that, hey, the cryptocurrency can be used in these XYZ conditions. So until that happens, we need to be very careful on investing in cryptocurrency. Second thing is, if you look at the transition from regular currency to cryptocurrency, there is hardly any challenge from the technical standpoint. Because in today's world, when you use your currency, for example, whichever country you are, the currency is not really the value of that currency. It is a value which is given to you by the central bank of that currency. The value of that currency, resides with the central bank of that country. So, in many ways, starting from 1970s and 80s, all the currency exists in today's world is in a cryptic format, because your bank account really carries the value that you have. It's not the currency that you hold in your hand. So, say for example, you have $10,000. It is actually the a figure on the piece of paper which says that your net worth is $10,000. It is not the actual currency that you carry with you in your hand, because the currency can be devalued tomorrow. And who can devalue that currency? It is the central bank of that country. So that is why it is very easy to replace the cryptocurrency with the regular currency from technical standpoint. What are the challenges in this area? Because there are a lot of uh, foreign exchange issues, the GDP issues. So all that has to be brought in such a way that it does not disrupt the economy. And right now, the owner of the currency is the central bank in respective countries. Whereas the cryptocurrency, there is no owner. So there is no foreign exchange that applies. So if we just bring in the cryptocurrency just like that without any regulation, the global economy as we know today will have very drastic impact in terms of how do we do exchange with each other, because cryptocurrency is beyond the foreign exchange, it's beyond the ownership, it's beyond the regulation. So it has to be released in a country like India, which is 25% of the global population, in a very systematic manner, and it has to be dealt with in utmost serious manner, because it can be misused by the in underworld transactions and the terrorism activities. Because right now the currency, we know exactly who's using what currency and where, and we can catch hold of that person if the person is misusing the money for money laundering or for wrong purpose. When it comes to crypto, there is no regulation like that. So, so I just want to basically bring this aspect to you, and I feel that RBI allowing cryptocurrency in India will change the world order, as I said, because the India, a lot of Indians will start buying currency and start paying in the cryptocurrency. So this will impact major trade war, and at some point in time in future, because India has shifted to cryptocurrency, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, I am not sure how long it will take, the China will also have to move into the crypto world with proper regulation. So what is needed today is a proper regulation, and we have to slowly phase out the currency which we know today and get on to the bandwagon of cryptocurrency. And thus, the banking industry will also undergo a lot of changes in terms of how they run their business, uh, because cryptocurrency is generated automatically based on algorithm in the internet itself. So you don't need bank to print the currency, to hold the currency in a vault or stuff like that. Each individual will have two keys, which is a primary key and a public key. So when he is making a payment to somebody, he is also sharing his public key. So you can basically get the currency uh, from the internet directly, store it with you based on your private key, and whenever you're making any payments, you can just share the public key and number of units of the cryptocurrency, and the person who is receiving that will receive in his account. So it becomes very simple. You don't have to go through any bank, and therefore uh, the regulations are required. Very serious thought is required, because until now, very few people across the world, as an experiment, were using it, or maybe using it as a barter system. Because there are certain countries like Canada and Australia, they allow crypto to be used only as a barter currency, not as a regular currency. They have formed some sort of regulation to control the crypto spread. But with India coming into this fold, which is a large country with 1.3 billion people, I think the Indian government or the RBI has the onus to create a proper regulation and launch it, because this will have a bigger impact on the global economy. So with this, I welcome your comments, and I look forward to responding to your comments as much as possible. And I will meet you again tomorrow with some more interesting subject. Until then, bye-bye.